Hello, everyone. Welcome to Subnautica. I am the Grape Gamer, and today we are going to be diving into the murky depths. Let's see, we're going to be playing on survival, and in general, we're just gonna try to have a good time. This isn't the first time I played this game, nor beat it, but I've been wanting to get back into Subnautica. Definitely want to play Subnautica 2, but alas, I am poor, so I will not be playing the new game anytime soon. But I do plan to do well on this one. There will be a few things we're gonna try to get done this playthrough, but for the most part, I want to try to find one of every creature egg, have one of every capturable fish in a tank, and then, in general, have a good time. Oh dear. Oh, wonderful. That's not gonna hit me, right? You have any ibuprofen? I got a headache. And so it begins. We've got to put out this fire. And now we are in.
You have suffered minor head trauma.
Wonderful.
This is considered an optimal outcome.
I'm not even going to ask what the optimal outcome would have been.
Mode with one directive to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the data bank for detailed survival advice.
Yeah, just a sec. Don't even call the artificial intelligence voice in this AI. Alright. I'm gonna make sure stream's working on Twitch. 1 second. Everything seems to be running just fine. Okay. That was weird. My screen flickered a bit. Yeah, I want me to do that. And it said check what? Databank, right. I do like to read the databank stuff a lot, so y'all might have to bear with me. Oh, hey, let's start here. Funny. Oh. And everything's falling apart. Wonderful. Start here. If you're reading this, then you have survived an emergency evacuation of a capital-class ship equipped with star... Already I screwed up reading. Equipped with Altera technology. Ah yes, star technology. I wonder where I got star from. Congratulations, the hard part is over. Your PDA has automatically rebooted in emergency mode. This operating system has one directive, to keep you alive on a hostile alien world. If that is not possible, you'll alert... Not you. It will alert salvage team to the location of your remains. Damn. So if you die, it's like, that's fine. I'm just gonna tell people where you died at. Not even gonna try to help you or anything, aside from that. I mean, to be fair, it is helping quite a lot. It is actively trying to keep us alive. It features full monitoring of vital signs for timely survival advice, blueprints for fabricating a range of essential survival equipment tailored to your environment, onboard camera, microphone, and OCR technology for short-range situational analysis, cross-compatibility with all Altera-compliant products. Oh, wonderful. And B, your personal work files have been encrypted and may be retrieved at a later date by a licensed engineer. Survival checklist. Step 1, administer first aid if required. Oop. Well, that look like we're all injured. Step 2, take inventory of available, what the fuck? What did I say? Of available materials and supplies and decide on rations. Yeah, sorry if I'm messing things up. I did just get up from a nap, so it might be a little, whatever. Okay, so we have 1 nutrient block and 1 water, and 2 flares. And I say 1, because I'm gonna eat these. Right. Survey the environment for threats and resources. We're not gonna do that just yet. Construct necessary survival equipment using the life pod's fabricator. Check life pods for damage and repair as necessary. Yeah, I don't know about that. Broadcast local distress signal using life pod short range radio. I would, but it appears that everything has been fucked quite over in the ass. Broadcast. I just read that. Locate other survivors using line of sight or the radio. Find or construct a more permanent habitat. Maintain physical and psychological health until rescue. This information is meant as a general guide. In the first instance, you should always follow the advice of your PDA, which has taken your particular circumstances into account. Warning, blueprint database corrupted. Wonderful. Damage to your PDA's hard drive has corrupted approximately 80% of stored survivable blueprints. Technology may be reacquired by scanning a salvage technology. Huh? By scanning a salvage technology? Okay. Using a handheld scanner or by downloading plan from a shipboard data box. In the circumstances, these assets will most likely be found amongst wreckage from the Aurora. Geez, I am stuttering a lot. Additional technical. Oh, we don't learn about the life pod. Wonderful. Short range radio, 250 kilometers uninterrupted range. There's the standard features. A 2-burst emergency life pod. Huh. Wall-mounted fabricator for survival equipment manufacture. Wall-mounted fabricator for survival equipment manufacture and for rendering organic substances edible. Mechanical? Dear God. Honestly, I might just need coffee. I'll probably fix all this. Medical kit fabricator. So, that's this thing's entire purpose. Where is it getting the resources to make this? Because with this one... Sorry, I had something in my mouth I was eating. That's why I stopped every now and then. But this one, you, like, need resources to make stuff. This just makes stuff. Or only make medical kit, but where is it getting the stuff to do it? Just confusing. Onboard air brake and flotation devices for land, sea, or space recovery. 3 solar power cells. Is that like solar powered power cells, or it's just power cells that are also solar panels or whatever? Emergency exits in a foreign roof. Standard provisions. 2 all environment protection suits. 2 ready to eat nutrient blocks. I have consumed one of them. 2 drinking water provision. Also consumed one of them. 1 emergency med kit. 2 emergency flares. Oh, there is only 2 players in here. Huh. Some life pods may be equipped with different supplies, such as radiation suits and replacement parts. Board the right life pod for the right situation. All environment protection suit. This is what we're wearing right now, I'm guessing. The Altera AEP suit, a single solution for a universe of infinite danger. You're currently wearing the AEP suit. The ape, a hermetically sealed personal environment designed to withstand the most extreme conditions in the known universe. Onboard temperature and hydration regulation, compatible with a range of attachments, slimline build for maximum freedom of movement, biometric sensors, and contextual heads-up display. Why don't we have this in real life? This would make lots of money, I bet. People who go scuba diving would love this thing. Ape suits will always... should always be equipped before life pod launch in case of hull breach. I wonder if anyone made that mistake and died horrible deaths here. If you couldn't tell, that was foreshadowing. Why am I screwing up so many words? It's been a while since I've done this. Aurora ship status. This is the ship we were on before. Ship class, Altera long-range capital ship. Mission, Eradne, arm phase gate installation. 3-year operation time. So we were supposed to build some kind of phase gate or whatever, I guess. Crew, command team has 23 members of that. 85 members of the engineering team. 40 members of the support crew. And 9 members of passengers. So there's just 9 people that was just there. Okay. Sustained heavy damage in orbit of planet 4546b. Cause was unknown. Evacuation data unavailable. Dark matter, ion drive core V8. This is what's in the engineering section. The status up here. Manned robotic suite. Advanced scanner suite. Long-range communication relay. 0.25 cubic kilometers storage for phase gate apparatus. Habitat section, accommodation for 150 people, multiple canteens serving healthy, fresh, and rehydrated food, leisure facilities including VR suite and virtual cinema. Oh, that's wonderful. And then for blueprints, air pumps. Air pump can be used to pipe breathable air to remote location. The base attached air pump can be built at a compatible... Oh, hello, Pythor. I'm just reading the stuff on here before we get into the ocean. Base attached air pump can be built at compatible habitat and will source oxygen directly from the habitat's oxygen generator. That floating air pump must have access to breathable air and be floating on the water's surface. Pump must be connected to a pipe chain to function. If I remember anything from previous game, or not previous, from previous saves when I used to play this game in the past, this thing is practically useless. Like, I get what it's meant to be for. It's essentially meant to be for when you need to set up, like, a little area you can breathe in when you don't have a base. But, like, I don't ever use these. Oh, maybe we'll use it in this playthrough. Handheld scanner, my favorite tool. The handheld scanner, the essential science and survival tool. The scanner can be used to add new blueprints to memory and analyze unknown entities. I don't know why I said that like that. It emits electromagnetic radiation in a specified direction. Oh, wonderful. I'm sure that's not harmful to the environment. Which is reflected by the environment and then analyzed to determine the physical makeup of the targeted object at 4 primary functions. Blueprint acquisition records the physical parameters of scan technologies to add their blueprints to the PDA. Databank. These blueprints may then be constructed at the appropriate fabricator. The scanner is also equipped to break down damaged and otherwise useless devices into their base metals for salvage purposes. How does that work? I get how the scanning thing works, but how's it breaking anything down? That's my question. Organism analysis. The scanner will attempt to match scanned organisms against the onboard database. If no match is found, then the species will be assigned an easy-to-remember name, and a new database entry will be created. PDA's AI will also attempt to synthesize theories on behavioral tendencies and evolutionary origins where possible, as well as deliver assessments on how to best approach them. Medical analysis. Scanning any living organism will display basic information on their state of health on the scanner's HUD. This information will be limited without access to a network database. Self-scan. Yeah, I don't have the second game, Sal. Sorry. Nope. And I just punched my microphone. Oh, what is the... Oh, wonderful. Apparently something wrong with the Aurora. I wonder what that could be. Information health scanner's HUD. This information will be... Oh yeah, I've reading that already. Self-scans. User may run a self-scan to determine their own physical well-being. There goes my microphone. Hold on, I need to find a place to put this. Okay, there we go. User may run a self-scan to determine their own physical well-being. The scanner will then search for foreign bacteria and other signs of ill health and compare with available data to provide a diagnosis. Or diagnosis. One of the two. The Altera Spectroscope Scanner. Understanding the world so you don't have to. That's funny. Yeah. It has been. Dropped several times. The repair tool can be targeted at any common device, control panels, habitat modules, radios, etc. to stitch wires and seam back together at the atomic level. All good technicians keep one of these under their pillow. Most people don't care why it works, just that it saved their life that one time. But in case you're curious, it combines scanner and fabricator technology to determine the proper specifications for the targeted object, and then rearranges the available physical material to match the original specs. The Altera repair tool. Get your picks. So it's a mix of the scanner and this thing. That's interesting. I still want to know how this thing even makes the medical kit. Like, I guess it's also a fabricator, but where is it getting the material to do so? Because if we check in here, we have to use fiber mesh to make it. I don't get where it's coming from. I'm just gonna assume that there's some kind of, like, emergency ration of, like, stuff to make it. Alright. Aquarium. The aquarium designed to hold and sustain up to 8 small aquatic organisms and fits inside a regular multi-purpose habitat room. Aquatic creatures make up 70% of all known species, making the aquarium a commonly deployed tool in many exploratory operations. It is just as often used to house livestock for later consumption as it is to hold specimens for xeno research. An automated environment regulation system means there's no need to feed or care for your subjects. Huh. Wonderful. Due to its size, the regular aquarium is not rated for breeding applications, and creatures are highly unlikely to mate. Construct a full-size alien containment unit for this purpose. We got the fabricator. Fabrication technology is the power to rearrange matter at the atomic level. It was the catalyst behind the Great Expansion. I wonder what the Great Expansion is about, because that sounds cool. It remains the backbone of the modern world. Fabricators come in all shapes and sizes, but the most common are small enough to be wall-mounted, and are used for everything from constructing everyday implements to cooking dinner. It is common today for households to keep a store of generic-based materials on hand for any eventuality. So everyone just has one of these. Okay. Interesting. Habitat builder. Let me get closer here. The Altera handheld habitat builder has been an essential tool of xenoscientists, colonists, and emergency relief crews. Let me adjust my mic. Across 11 different transgovs for more than 50 years, habitat modules are hermetically sealed from the outside environment, built on land, underwater, or in vacuum. Habitats can be enhanced to become long-term homes, remote research stations, defensive outposts, and more. By the way, do I still sound good? I had to move my mic around quite a bit. Can I even be heard? Let me see. Okay, good. I just hope the game can be heard as well. See, quick start guide. Select the basic components from the builder menu. Place somewhere opportune. Add a hatch compartment to access the compartment. Build a solar panel to power. Blah blah blah. Basically, just how to use the basic stuff. Construct useful interior models like radios, rechargers, and storage solutions. Primary habitat systems like oxygen generation and flood control, as well as modules like the fabricator, draw power and will not function without it. Additional compartments produce overall hull integrity depending on the external pressure. Quick build habitats at home far away or far away from home. Power, only thing we have here is the solar panel. Let's see. Solar panel is the most prevalent power source in the galaxy, and so it is no accident that the standard solar panel is the default means of powering a habitat. A power source is a requirement of habitat oxygen generators and other onboard modules, provides limited power for small outposts and survival habitats, may be mounted on or near the habitat itself, or placed remotely and connected via power transmitters, power rate relative to sunlight exposure. So, a good idea would probably be have a bunch of these closer to the surface of the water, or even outside the water, rather than, like, underwater, deeper down, or whatever. And then, obviously, during the night, it probably won't work too well. Yeah. Mobile Vehicle Bay. The Mobile Vehicle Bay is a deployable station equipped with fabrication drones designed to construct small research and exploration vehicles from raw materials. It is a common tool in almost all industrial, scientific, and colonization operations. Sea Glide. Man, I love the Sea Glide. Sea Glide is a personal transportation device designed for use in oceanic environments, capable of speeds up to 36 kilometers an hour. In standing water. Displays basic topographical data for aid in charting cave systems. Has a replaceable battery. Keep fingers clear of propeller. Sea Glide. Anything that moves faster underwater, it's probably trying to eat you. Yes. And that's everything we can read for now. The warning. Circuitry test failed. Wonderful. Secondary systems offline. That's amazing. Radio offline. Great. Stress signal broadcast failed. Outstanding. Flotation devices deployed. Hull integrity okay. Alright, we'll take that. Put that in there. And take these out. There you go. So there are two different animations I believe you can get for when you exit the life pod through one of these methods for the first time. We're going to see both of them real quick. Yep. Not a single ounce of land in sight.
Hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
Wonderful. And then go down through the escape pod and we get to see the fish. And so it began. Well, excuse me, good sir. That's wonderful. Where are we? Somewhere in the safe shallows, but like where in the safe shallows? Because I do know you can get random spawns in the starting biome. Rank limestones, alright.
Copper is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
Thank you, PDA. Little peeper. I actually have a plushie of the peeper. Pretty cool. I need to get it clean though, because it's like covered in dust and stuff, because it's been sitting on my bookshelf for a while. Then we're gonna grab bladderfish. Come here. Got him by the freaking throat.
May have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival.
If we can grab one more, that would be great. And then we'll probably grab something to munch on as well. You. Get over here. Why do I hold him like a weapon? Is there any more bladderfish around? Because I have, like I said before, I have played and beaten the game before, but it's been a while. So I might not remember everything. I do remember you can feed those guys peepers or other fish to get them to leave you alone. So, if, anyway, pooped. Haha, nice try, Sal. I know what's over there. I made that mistake once before, never again. Let's see if I can find another bladderfish. Yeah, these are still alive. Where is... He's mad at something. Outside the crater. I don't know. Yeah, boomerang fish. Go over here. Got him. I have snatched his soul. Some good food. Alright. Please ignore me. I'm not doing anything here. I'm gonna just... I don't know, I feel like the fish would probably try to swim away. Oh, you're, I don't like how you were coming right at me there for a second. Alright. Make some water. And then we're gonna cook this man alive. Good eating around the fins. Oh, wonderful. What does the water say? H2O, 6 ounces, filtered using all organic membrane, non-vegetarian. I mean, yeah, makes sense. That stuff, yeah. Alright. Process that for titanium. And we can use that titanium to make the standard ounce. That was a standard O2 tank, not standard ounce tank. What I need for the stuff? Quite a few stuff. But now we get to breathe longer. Also, I just hope y'all can see chat on screen. Because otherwise that would mean I didn't set up the thing correctly. Alright, if I remember correctly, I'll need to go over here. Oh! That was close. We're gonna take some of these. And don't mind me, good sir. Haha. Yoink. It's mine now! Man, They suck. They cannot catch nothing. I just stole their stuff and there was nothing they could do about it. Yeah. So, I could have sworn you could be able to eat the seed collectors. Wonderful. Alright, give me a second and I will see if I can do something to fix that. Yeah. Put all this in here. We'll save real quick. Okay, let's see. Grab a few stuff here. Make the pins. A knife. Yeah, because if it could, I would immediately try to get a gun. There's spell tool. Translate vertical wind movements underwater into forward thrust. Enhance swim speed by approximately 15%. Only 15. See. Alright, what do we need for the other stuff? That we need glass, titanium, and silver. Battery, all this stuff. Yeah, I can get that. So batteries, I think you just need acid mushroom and other things. Hold on, let me grab titanium. Make a battery. Mobile power source. Make scanner. Spectroscope scanner used to acquire technology blueprint and data on living organisms. Yay!
The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
Thank you, PDA. And now we begin the first simple thing we do with the scanner.
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. Continuing to monitor.
Yay! And now we go crazy scanning everything we can. Let's see. Acid mushroom. Blue palm. Rising weed. Veined nettle. Something I love doing in this game is like reading the different PDA entries on like the different plant life and creatures and all that. You can learn some pretty interesting stuff. Snatched his ankles. Yeah. Let me see if I can find something. Yeah. You there, Rabbit Ray. Get back over here. No, no, get over here. You too. I'm scanning everything. Everyone gets radiation poisoning. Old fish. Paper. Haha. I'll salvage. And got for oxygen real quick. Scan whatever these things are. Gasopods. And any crap everywhere. Okay. You just look radioactive. Also, I don't think I can give you more radiation poisoning with the scanner than already had been given to you. From your just mere existence. Giant coral tubes, wonderful. Grab the creep vine. You. Get over here. Can I not scan that? There you go. I have fed him.
Life on this planet grows in
I'm gonna snatch you.
and diversity.
Now, if I remember correctly, after you feed them, not only does it make them neutral to you, but they'll go out and grab, like, metal for you and bring it back. I'm sorry, what? And now, PDA, what was that about? About quantum detonation? There you go. Here, you can eat that. They keep taking my fish that I'm planning to eat later. Come here, Gary fish. Weird ass looking fish. Let me eat your soul. Go in here. What can I make? First, I want to make water. Full of flavor, but very little of it. The only flavor is salt. Dehydrating, but keeps well.
It is common for those accustomed to synthetic foods to be replaced by eating an animal carcass. Remember that humans survived this way for millennia. You can too.
I don't even know why I made that. Just felt like making synthetic fiber, I guess. Right. What can we make next? I reckon we should probably make an air bladder and a flashlight. Air bladder is simple enough. Ooh. Hold on. I just remembered something I can make. You're gonna need 2 of those. And then... what else was it? Bleach, we need... I grabbed the complete wrong thing. Get this out of my inventory. Actually, no, we're gonna want to keep those later. I need coral table samples, not coral tube samples, not table coral samples. Other way around. shell. Here we go. We need that. And then... whatever. Wait, actually, no way, I do need you. Get over here. Oh, I heard something big in the distance. Where am I going? Oh, this way. Yeah. Man, I sure do love the sound effects in this game, too. And the atmosphere. It's pretty cool. Y'all can hear the game, though, right? I would hope you could. Get the air bladder. Make disinfected water from bleach for whatever reason.
Water ration ahead of time will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death.
I don't understand how bleach purifies the water to a stable, safe drinking condition. But what do I know? Oh, we have so much to read through. Oh dear. H2O, 12-ounce microorganism free. Yes. I love when my water's microorganism free. What else were we making? And we need a flashlight. Which is just glass and a battery, I believe. So I'll need to find quartz. Oh, I knew it. I got stuck though. It's like I knew one of those was gonna be down here. At least he's able to scan it in time. Ooh. An egg. Wonderful.
Detecting sulfur deposits in the local cave systems. Sulfur is an essential component of the repair tool. Silver-based wiring kits are an essential component of the modules.
Oh, they're everywhere. Oh, wonderful. I'm sorry, did you just try to snatch me? Try to bite my cheeks. How could you? Heck, how dare you, I say. Now you're getting a bunch of free sulfur. Man, these guys are not great at biting stuff, let me tell you. Where did he go? He just gave up, okay. Here, you can have this. Pretty sure we scanned one of you. Why does its face look like that? Here, get this out of my hand. Just eat them. If I remember correctly, there should be... Oh, I'm not seeing it. I guess it just hasn't spawned yet, but there is some more sandstone outcrops here. Ooh, gold. Right. Got that salt. I can make more bleach. Get over here. Aha. You cannot run from me. Make a cooked beeper. Protein-rich eyeballs, highly nutritious.
While disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
Oh, wonderful. I do not want to imagine what eating a peeper is like. That's like 95% of that is just eyeball. Right. Make some of those. And we're gonna need a battery. Ah, my eyes. Why'd you shine that in your face, man? What the heck? What was that for? I just grabbed something I already needed, or already had on me. Right, there you go. Running out of inventory space here. Why would you do that? Alright, let's fix up this life pod.
Life pod secondary systems running full and direct diagnostic and outputting results to database.
Thank you, PDA. Repair the radio. Huh?
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Oh, wonderful. Put that in there. And I will make a waterproof locker. Which I feel like I should realistically be able to drop in the life pod and not only in the water. But, you know, what do I know? What the? There we go. That was weird. Not sure what happened there, but at least it got fixed. That builder, wiring kit, computer chip, battery. Got it. What do we need for computer chips? Oh. I can do that easily. I am progressing quite fast. And then I'm gonna need a battery. Also, I just realized isn't it a bit weird that there's mushrooms underwater in Subnautica? I mean, to be fair, it is an alien planet, so what do I know? Okay, whenever you are. That's the other thing. I need to read these entry deck stuff we're getting. Oh, it's this area. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just gonna scooch on over to here and scan whatever's in here. Hope we get copper too. Titanium. New beacon fragment. Scan that.
New blueprint acquired.
Not sure what's going on with the peepers and why they have their eyes closed, but it's whatever. Ooh, the sea glide. Let me. Yes. Let me scan that.
30 seconds. Short-range scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
Huh. I see something down there. Also some other stuff I want to scan. Sir. Sir. Put down the crack. I just want to scan you. I'm tweaking out. Ooh, rain coral.
30 seconds.
Remember correctly, you make oxygen. I remember correctly. Wonderful. Ooh, want to scan whatever you are. No, no, hold still. Let it happen. Don't fight it. Right. What was the thing I wanted to scan over here? Wait, hold on. Ooh, already we got Sea Glide. Nice.
New blueprint acquired.
Yes, I can see that PDA. Thank you. Oh, it was quartz that was over here. I thought it was something else. Now I feel stupid. Oh, away we go. Good thing we came in over here anyway, because I got the Sea Glide now. Let me check in here. Advanced wiring kit. Huh. Oh! We just need a lubricant. We can make the Sea Glide. Oh, we're gonna make the habitat builder first.
The Builder tool is designed to construct habitats capable of withstanding extreme environmental conditions.
I just need a copper wire and a battery. Wait, hold on. Do we have more stuff in here for water? We do. Yes, bleach. My favorite drink. Let me use the med kit real quick. Now we just need 3 copper, I believe. Been in here, but I don't know if there was any copper that we could have grabbed. There we go. You simple creature. Ooh, another creature egg. Shuttlebug.
30 seconds.
Let's see. That's 1 copper. Titanium. Hopefully, we can get the rest of the copper needed easily. Ooh. Yoink. Our creature egg. Got 2 copper, we just need 1 more. And there's a new radio thing ready for us. That's 3 copper. Nice. Let's skedaddle.
Local radiation readings suggest the Aurora's drive core has reached critical state. Quantum detonation will occur within 2 hours.
That sounds wonderful. I guess Subnautica, the game we're getting lubed up is optional. Why did I say that? Okay.
The Sea Glide will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod or habitat.
This is Life Pod 6. I have a passenger on board. Coordinates attached. We've landed a kilometer from the crash site, but there's radiation in between us and the rendezvous. Request immediate assistance. 6 out.
Let's make a...
Coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to date to bank.
Just make something that's radiation proof to wear. Freaking moron. What is this? Amateur hour over here. What, do you think this is Minecraft or something? No, this is Nautica. Or Subnautica. Hey, it's the new Minecraft Aquatic update. It's looking crazy. Right. It's time to read. Well, all these cleared up. That's not bothering me seeing notifications on the tabs here. We got 31 new stuff to read about. Oh dear. Advanced Series. Alien eggs. Evidence suggests that a substantial number, if not all, of the local species reproduce through egg laying. Eggs can be found resting on the seafloor, buried beneath detritus, or even wedged into cracks in the rock. Different species likely favor different biomes as their nesting grounds. Eggs discovered in the wild are in some form of natural stasis, likely waiting ideal conditions in which to hatch, or the delivery of some vital enzyme which will kickstart the process. It is impossible to calculate the species of the egg from the exterior. However, it may be possible to stimulate... Oh, hold on. Okay, we're good. However, it may be possible to stimulate a hatching response if an egg is relocated to a suitable alien containment unit. Another one.
This is LifePod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
I can't make any promises. LifePod 6 transmission origin. Looks like somewhere with the red grass that we saw earlier. Distress signal has been received from LifePod 6, but the attached coordinates were corrupted. Last available photographic data has been downloaded and analyzed. Crew requested assistance navigating radiation. Sunk it to approximately 100 meters, located in an area dense with red grass near a number of natural arches and rock stacks. Transmission origin approximately 400 meters west-northwest of LifePod 4's last known location. 4546b environment scans is the information about the planet. Category 3 ocean planet, oxygen, nitrogen atmosphere, extensive biodiversity. Safety warning, may support Leviathan class predators, wonderful. Water contaminated with high levels of foreign bacteria. Yep, we're cooked. Planet beyond Federation state or space, rescue unlikely. It is not recommended to explore this environment without hazardous material suits and extensive support apparatus. Limestone outcrop, these unusual geological structures often form around titanium, copper deposits, and are distinct to this planet. Closer analysis reveals the stone around the metal to have been hardened against erosion, but the mechanism remains unknown. Assessment, titanium and copper source. Sandstone, this common porous outcrop, seems to form around small amounts of precious minerals, or metals, or otherwise these metals are part of a sedimentary buildup over time. We can get lead, silver, and gold from those, and then scattered wreckage. Analysis confirms this wreckage is from the Aurora. The outer layers of material has oxidized, suggesting it had been heated to over 1,200 Celsius. This pattern is consistent with whole disintegration during the atmospheric entry. Salvage of intact portions of Voltaire vessels is prohibited at legal, moral, and technical levels. However, scrap such as these may be reclaimed for their titanium content at any Altair fabricator. Alright, indigenous life forms. Brain coral. Permanent growing colony of microscopic organisms. This coral species has adapted to filter carbon dioxide from the environment, using the carbon to build the colony, and expelling the oxygen from specialized exhaust funnels. It is quite hardy, suggesting samples from a mature specimen could be grown artificially. Assessment, air tanks are equipped to siphon oxygen from the water where possible. Oh, I thought we were just inhaling the bubbles ourselves. I didn't know it was actually like the air tank doing it for us. That's cool. Coral shell plate. Variant of coral has adapted to survive in close proximity to other corals, filtering nutrients from the water and sharing them via a spore-like substance which grows around the base. That's interesting. And no, that means like this specific type of coral is in a symbiotic relationship with other kind of coral, I guess. Giant coral tubes. The variety of coral formations on 4546b appear to be different solutions to the same problem of maximizing water and nutrient flow throughout the colony. These particular variants funnel water down a tube, filtering nutrients as they pass. Their size suggests they have been highly successful. Assessment: coral tube samples are rich in calcium, exploitable in bleach fabrication. Huh. That makes sense why it's tube-like then. It just, the water floats through it and it's able to get nutrients that way. Table coral. Each disc is an individual colony of microorganisms filtering nutrients from the water. I almost said filtering water from the nutrients. Growth patterns indicate the colonies are in direct competition for positions with superior current or light. Unlike other coral species, its structure is malleable, softly pulsating as it pumps nutrients to its extremities, and only turning rigid when it senses physical assault. Much like your mother. The jewel-like nodes in the surface are concentrated buildups of rare minerals the coral is unable to process. Assessment: exploitable in computer chip fabrication. Crashfish. Unusual fish species, or whatever. I don't even know if you can call this thing a fish. Unusual species have developed an emergency defense mechanism based on mutually assured destruction. Not sure why. It kind of defeats the whole purpose of survival. Forward-mounting eye enables the creature to identify and track potential predators. Sulfur plant. The sulfur has evolved to feed on sulfuric compounds secreted by a crashfish. So that means the thing poops sulfur, or is it just excrete sulfur? Whatever. Which makes it nest within its leaves. Stronger, more protective plants provide superior nesting grounds, which in turn provide the plant with more nutrients from larger crayfish. They can get bigger? Dear God. Defense mechanism. Concentrations of sulfur build up in the organism over time. If the crayfish collides with something at sufficient speed, the spikes on its torso are impacted, triggering an explosive chemical reaction. Where is this torso? Is it talking about these? So, if it hits something hard enough, these break or whatever, and apparently that's what makes it explode. I thought it just was able to blow up kind of like creepers do, or whatever, where it just kind of charge up and then explode. And no, it's actually based on if it collides with something. Assessment: equipped stasis rifle, propulsion cannon, or similar before approaching shallow caves. Sand shark, which don't really look like sharks. They kind of look like worms. What is this thing? A powerful medium-sized predator that burrows into the sand and ambushes its prey from below. As with many predators, it may be possible to temporarily distract sand shark by feeding any hungry specimens that draw close. Oh, so it's kind of like stalkers. You can feed them to distract them. The unusual location of this fin, or forward dorsal fin, usual location of the fin suggests the purpose unrelated to movement through the water. It may be employed in shifting sand beneath the surface, or in mating rituals, or may simply be an evolutionary dead end. Segmented exoskeleton. Thick armor plating renders the sand shark almost immune to attack from above. Attack from below. Ah, yes. While it is capable of impressive acceleration, its exoskeleton prevents it from changing direction quickly. The sand shark is thus perfectly designed ambush hunter, but ill-suited to sustained pursuits. Feet. Ill-designed for ambulation, likely to use to disturb the surface of the sand so the life form can burrow into the ground. Assessment: be vigilant for ambush in sandy biomes. Yes, another classic creature of Subnautica. Stalkers. A streamlined predator encountered in the kelp forest and way to prey, leaving the safety of the shallows to feed. The stalker likely carved out its evolutionary niche at the sweet spot between speed and size millions of years ago, and maybe one of the oldest species on the planet. Huh. The stalker appears to be attracted to titanium deposits, which tend to sharpen and put stress on its teeth. As with many predators, it may be possible to temporarily distract hungry stalkers by feeding them. See, teeth. Stalker teeth are unusually hard. Not gonna say anything about that. And fast-growing. Its elongated snout can deliver huge biting pressure to larger attackers, while also being used to reach small herbivores seeking refuge amongst the rocks. Night vision. Retinal layering on the eyeball suggests adaptation for nighttime hunting. These ridges can be moved independently to deliver superior maneuverability.
Survivor, you have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by 500%. Data indicates that swimming was your favorite activity. Be sure to vary your routine for uniform muscle development.
I've just been standing here for the past hour. What do you mean?
Emergency.
Ooh!
Detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10,
Hooray! Fireworks!
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm sure that won't have any harmful effects on the environment. One gasopod's like, I gotta get out of here. Yay. I'll sure be useful. Do I have anything? Yes. Consume that. Right back to reading. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Stalker teeth are usually hard and fast-growing. Its elongated snout can deliver huge biting pressure to larger attackers. I just choked on my food. Oh dear. Alright, we good. Its elongated snout can deliver huge biting pressure to larger attackers, while also being used to reach small herbivores seeking refuge amongst the rocks. I'm dying. And, retinal layering on the eyeball suggests adaptation for nighttime hunting. Oh, so great. They have night vision. Dorsal ridges. These ridges can be moved independently to deliver superior maneuverability. I didn't know it could move it. Oh, there goes the phone. Shit, fuck. Alright, we're good. Everything's fine. Yeah, I always thought these were just kind of there. I just didn't know. I didn't know they could actually move those. What about these here? The ridges on its mouth. I wonder. Pelvic fins. Long and powerful, the stalker has evolved to hunt the fastest of prey. Assessment, stalker teeth may have applications in enabled glass fabrication. Well, if we read about it, extended analysis of acquired dental samples have been completed. Samples matched to the species designated stalker. Stalker teeth exhibit extraordinary lightness and strength and contain only trace amounts of calcium. Huh. The edges show signs of wear and are studded with metal flakes, providing evidence that the stalkers chew on metal deposits in order to sharpen their teeth. Assessments, applications, as blah, 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 blah. Applications as a natural substrate in enameled glass fabrication. Wonderful. Radiation suit. We'll read about that real quick. Radiation suit. This suit fully protects against the effects of radiation during land, sea, and space exploration. Safety rated up to 400. Whatever measurement that is. SVHR. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Cross-compatible with all AEP suit functionality. Sleek. That's just one of the things you describe it. Sleek. The radiation suit. A necessary precaution in a post-mad world. Not sure what Mad World is about, but okay. Gastropods. Weird looking creatures, I'm not gonna lie. Slowly moving her life form and one of the larger herbivores on this planet, or on the planet, providing a substantial meal to would-be predators. The gastropod protects its domain by filling the surrounding water with poisonous and corrosive pods whose contents dissolve even synthetic fibers. Oh, so it's acidic. I thought it was just poisonous. It's actually acidic. That's interesting. Filtration system. Thick, non-reactive skin and multiple gill layers render this creature impervious to the noxious acid clouds it produces. I wonder if that also protects it against, like, other forms of poisons and gas in the water. Algae gland. A bulbous sac-like appendage on the rear end. A luminescent yellow algae grows inside the sac and produces the poisonous compound. Abdominal muscles can contract, causing the algae gland to emit the noxious compound into the surrounding water. So that means this is more of like a symbiotic relationship thing where it just lets algae grow and its sac, we'll say, and in return, for letting it grow there, the gastropod obtains chemical warfare. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Large pelvic fins, capable of powerful movements through the water when moving in small herds. I feel like it should be able to use these as a defensive tool too. Because, like, whales will use their pelvic fins to slap stuff for, like, defense. So it makes sense if they could do the same, plus that looks like it would hurt to be hit by. Probably be good eating too. Assuming the gastropod flesh itself isn't poisonous. The behavior of gastropods appear to be social in nature and may even use their emissions in relationship rituals. Their audible calls are likely signifiers of nearby threats or food sources. Approach with caution. Acidic pod may be retrieved and repurposed. See. Real quick, let's go get some more food and water. That's our egg of some sort, but I have that one already. Alright, let's see if we can find some salt. Ooh, another egg. I have no idea how I saw that. Yeah, there's always salt here. Oh, what are you? No, don't run now. I already saw you. Get over here.
30 seconds.
Biter. That sounds like someone's nickname in high school. Not gonna say who. You know who you are. Grab the spade fish, and then I'll grab another one. Because I want to attempt feeding it. That is not small. It says small edible prey fish. That thing looks like it would be the size of my head. I want to try feeding the sand shark it. Hey, big man. Where did you go? Don't worry about it. I'm surprised that's what got your attention and not the other things I was saying earlier. Ooh, I see another egg. Yoink. Here, have this. It just ate that small fish. Take. There we go. I have befriended the sand shark, and now it's just gonna... Now it's just spinning. Good sir, are you alright? Sure, whatever. Ow. I gave you a fish. You know what?
30 seconds.
Yeah, that's what you get. I fed you and you come over here to bite me in the ass. I'm gonna stab the shit out of you for that. Gastropods are silly looking. Yes, PDA, I know. Decent size, but salty. Let me put some more stuff up. Let's see, we ate peeper. What's something we haven't eaten? Pretty sure we did boomerang. No, I'm gonna eat a bladderfish. Get over here. Where did it go? It was right in front of me. I didn't grab it. Oh, there it is. No, I wonder what a lot of these would taste like when cooked. Like, I know it describes it, but spongy, gristly, low calorie count. Thankfully odorless. Delectable. However, it is not enough to satiate my gluttony, so we shall consume another living organism. This boomerang fish shall do nicely. It's good eating around the fins. Huh. Delectable. Wait. Yeah, I wasn't able to make that, never mind. Right, back to what we were doing. Let's read about the biter real quick. Vicious pack hunting predator. 94% muscle, 4% connective tissue, not 2% brain. Damn. It's a gym rat. Indiscriminate when hungry. Almost always hungry. Specialized olfactory antenna. Employed in detection of bodily fluids in the water at impressive range. So it just looks for things that piss themselves. Got it. Secondary pair of eyes. Likely dedicated to detecting the peripheral movement of larger predators and hungry members of its own species. Oh, so they're cannibals. Wonderful. Overdeveloped tail fin. Favors outpacing and outnumbering their prey over individual maneuverability. Calculations suggest creatures up to 100 times the biter's body weight could succumb to a focused assault by a pack of 10. So these things are, like, really effective. Holy crap. Let's see, rabbit ray. Herbivorous aquatic life form. Rabbit rays appear to live serene and solitary lives with few predators, a natural sense of curiosity, and awesomely poisonous flesh. What do you mean, awesomely poisonous? How's that awesome? I mean, yeah, it's cool, but, like, I would absolutely eat this thing if I could. Twin orange appendages mounted on the head sense vibration in the water. So it has not exactly ears, but they fill the role of ears, I suppose. Undulating wings. Brand new word, I guess. Or a brand new sentence. Not even a sentence, just 2 words. Well, I'm not even going to go into that. I'm going to look more dumb than I already do. Markedly. I think it's markedly. Markedly similar message to of transportation to that of Earth rays, zero genetic resemblance detected, suggesting that the two species independently developed similar solutions to their environmental circumstances. Evidence indicates its large side-facing eyes are relatively recent adaptations. It is likely there are related ray species in our environmental biomes on this planet, inedible but harmless. Unfortunate. Bladderfish! They look so stupid. No thoughts behind those eyes. This unusual herbivore appeared to be mostly defenseless, and bears little resemblance to the other life forms around it. Semi-permeable bladder. This bladderfish is able to filter air and seawater into its body cavity through its unique membrane, which surrounds its spine like a bladder. This allows it to remove and consume organic particulate caught on the way and adjust its buoyancy. So it's essentially a sentient water filter mixed with a balloon. Sure, whatever works, I guess. Open-ended vascular tubing. Can be angled and contracted to pump out water and achieve low-velocity guided propulsion. Largely oblivious to threats and practically immobile at night, its only identified defense mechanism is that it's composed almost entirely of water, air, and cartilage. Assessment edible. Oxygen may be retrieved from the bladder and added to tanks on consumption. Membrane has application as a natural water filter. So, I'm guessing its only use, or its only defense, is that it doesn't really have much of a nutritional value to it. Since it's mostly just air, water, and what else was it saying? Air, water, and cartilage. Yeah, that's probably not very tasty. I would love to see plushies made of this, though, because they have one of peepers and some other creatures now. I don't know why, but this looks like something you'd see in Pac-Man. A herbivore encountered in large numbers found to frequent shallow waters and move in school. The boomerang, which really could be called anything else, but we're going boomerang, I guess. Well, you could probably call it like an arrowfish or spadefish or whatever. Suggests adaptation for grinding corals. Other herbivores are unable to digest. So that suggests it probably built a similar niche to parrotfish, if I had to guess. Twin fins. Unusually, the species' two fins are cartilaginous extension of the skeleton. They are less prone to damage and provide superior propulsion, but also harder to grow back. It can regenerate its fins. That's interesting. The bright blue tips are, in fact, the ends of its digestive tract, where the luminescence of the coral it consumes is most focused. Is that where also it craps, or is that just an organ it has that's attached to the end of its digestive tract? Most active during daylight hours and prone to flee on approach, the boomerang can more easily be observed at night when its luminescence gives it away, and it seeks the shelter of the seabed. Assessment edible. Gary fish. Wonder why it's called that. I know my food. Slow-moving and curious herbivore. Camouflage indicates adaptation for evasive behavior on the ocean floor. Ice stalks. May be beneficial for when watching for predators from hiding places amongst the coral. Behavior more active during daylight hours, but slow and docile at all times. The garryfish's survival depends on a combination of camouflage and predators who can get more filling meal elsewhere. So it's literally just, you can't see me, and if you can, I don't taste good. Just, hey, trust me. I don't have much calories on me. You'd be better off eating that other guy. Thor's, trust me, bro. Whole fish. Which are real weird looking. Why this head like that? Very small herbivore found in low numbers, often around cave system entrances, where their skin coloration blends into the background. Bored out tail fin. By manipulating the size and shape of the hole in its tail, almost said its hole and stopped there. That would have been funny. It can perform unpredictable maneuvers. That's interesting. So it can actually change the shape and size of the hole in its tail. Probably. This poor fish. It can manipulate the shape and size of its hole, so one size fits all, I guess. Why did I say that? That is wrong on so many levels. For a record, Pythor has said, I'm sure people have done devious things to that damn fish. Oh god, you're quoting it. Wonderful. Size, smaller than most other herbivores, presumably due to lack of vegetation and low light environment. Edible. Hoverfish, my favorite fish. Small, cautious herbivore commonly found in kelp-rich environments. Charged foot pads. 6 unique limbs appendages feature charged pads capable of ionizing the surrounding water, so it electrocutes the water or whatever. I guess. The hoverfish uses this ability to maintain its position against the current as it feeds from kelp and lichen. Huh. So this looks more like a salamander or a lizard than a fish, but yeah, whatever. Yes, the poster child. A fast prey fish encountered in shallow waters and rich in protein. Developed side-facing eyes, capable of discerning colors not just in shallow waters but in a variety of lighting conditions. It is also able to close its eyelids, thus preventing light from reflecting off the lenses, and rendering the paper almost invisible to nighttime predators. Huh. Powerful fins. The species has evolved powerful fins which enable rapid acceleration in still water and the ability to leap meters into the air to avoid pursuers. Beak. Likely used to break down corals and touch vegetation and unusually large nasal... Speak! English, motherfucker! Do you use it? Likely used to break down corals and tough vegetation. An unusually large nasal cavity serves no obvious purpose and appears to be specifically evolved to detect a single specific enzyme. Nothing encountered on the planet so far produces a matching odor. So it evolved a nose for the single purpose of finding an enzyme that doesn't even exist. How has this thing made it this far in the evolutionary tree? That has to be like a recent adaptation. From the sound of it, also fills the role of coral fish. Or, not coral fish, parrotfish. Expulsion tubes. The tubes attached to the paper's torso are connected directly to its stomach and gills and appear to be designed to expel its contents on demand. Purpose unclear. So it can vomit out of its ass. Sure. It's probably to make it to where, probably like what snakes do, where one, it smells bad and probably looks gross for whatever plane to eat it, but also reduces the weight of the peeper, or the fish in this case, so it'll be able to get away faster. Or, I'm guessing if it like just ate something that's poisonous or whatever, it can just shit them out, I guess. Sure. That's my theory. That's just a theory. A game theory. While the peeper is well adapted to survive in shallow water, the number of features serve no discernible purpose. It appeared to be just as well suited to survive in deeper waters and is somewhat more intelligent than the usual small herbivore. Edible, high calorie count. Further research required. Spadefish. Dear God, he has seen everything. And why does it look so traumatized? What happened? Medium-sized herbivore found in deeper waters. Single eye. Observed swimming near the seabed, or near to the seabed, from where it can keep its one eye on predators in the water above it. So you just have to be underneath this thing, and it would have no idea you're there. Dumbass. It makes sense they live on the seabed. Let's see. Mottled green coloration, commonly encountered in plant-rich environments. The spadefish is well adapted to hide among the vegetation. The one area we found it in barely had anything remotely close to its color. It would have made more sense if it was more red, like its fins, because the red seagrass was more frequent there. But sure, maybe they're from a different environment and now just live in the red grass area. Spadefish tend to move loose. They tend to move loose. Ah, yes. That makes sense. Much like your mother. Spadefish tend to move in loose shoals, and despite their low speed, will take necessary measures to avoid confirmed predators. Scavengers and parasites. Floaters! Okay. Forget the whole fish. People have absolutely done downright despicable things to this creature. And it looks spongy too, oh no. Two species living in symbiosis. Oh, this is two creatures. Which attach to and attempt to feed on any object they come into contact with. Dominant life form. The pink May body and intersuction jaw is a dominant creature. Once attached to an organism or other stable surface, it will attempt to leach nutrients in order to grow. This is fucking worse. Fleshlight fish. I mean, yeah, I guess. It has a suction jaw. That should explain enough, I guess. It's a good thing no one can go to this planet. Microorganism membrane. The outer gel-like substance is a mesh of microorganisms capable of forming a sealed vacuum around the creature's jaw. It just gets worse as we continue reading it. Oh god. Suction-powered jaw, and it creates a sealed vacuum around its jaws. What were they doing? They made this thing. Helium buffer. A thin layer of helium is stored within the... The fuck? It's stored within the outer membrane, providing buoyancy to the floater and anything it's attached to. May aid in flotation of sunken objects. We're gonna move on from that one. Shuttlebug. Cool looking. A common scavenger at the base of the food chain. Its mouth parts. Small enough to be of little threat to most organisms. This creature is clearly adapted to feed on the waste products of the ecosystem around it. Though, it probably eats like detritus and whatnot. I don't know where its mouth is, though. 3 mandibles used to orient themselves when drifting and to filter through detritus on the cave floors. So I guess mandibles are these? I'm not really sure. 3 legs. Oh no, so these are the legs. Where are the mandibles? Are these the mandibles? Ah, weird. High-strength muscles can propel the life form great distances through the water, as well as ambulating them across the seafloor. Assessment necessary waste recycler. Presence may indicate nearby cave systems. So if you see one of these, that means there's a cave nearby. Got it. Now we got plants, or flora. Acidic mushrooms, or acid mushroom, a common spore-bearing fungi species. The flesh contains a highly acidic compound, which leaches into the water if the outer skin is penetrated. Okay. So, don't poke it, I guess. It is not clear where the predator species, not clear which predator species necessitated such extreme countermeasures, but the acid mushroom's number suggests it successfully deterred most of them. Probably killed a large majority of them. Let's be honest. Assessment inedible. Acid has applications in battery fabrication. Kelp species concentrated in large forests and shallow sandy waters. The loose roots. Restarting on reading this because that was horrible. Creepvine, a kelp species concentrated in large forests and shallow sandy waters. Loose roots anchor the plants to the seafloor, from where it grows steadily towards the surface in pursuit of sunlight. The stem is fibrous and rich in iron, making it both a viable base material for fabrication of textiles, as well as basic foodstuff. Assessment, vital alien resource, edible, construction application. Sulfur plant. These plants appear to serve as nests for the explosive organisms which guard them. The outer petals are undamaged by the presence of the inhabiting creature, suggesting a complex co-development. The plant has evolved to feed on nutrients and minerals deposited within it by the fish. Sulfuric deposits at the inner lead provide an insight into the mechanism by which the creatures explode. Assessment, sulfur has applications and construction of the repair tool. Alright, now we got the blue palm. This would be a cool thing to have in an aquarium. The blue palm is a common aquatic plant which thrives in shallower waters with high exposure to sunlight. Long fronds intercept light before it can reach the smaller flora on the seabed. So, sounds like it's a highly competitive aquatic plant. Because it uses the fronds to block the sunlight from other plants and keep it to itself. So it's greedy. Got it. Veined nettle. A common shallow water plant which frequently shows signs of predation around the edges of the leaves. Thick violet veins carry nutrients to the extremities of the fan, and brightly colored seeds grow around the base and stems. Oh, so the seeds are the little white dots on it. That's interesting. Rising weed. Well adapted to both shallow waters and cave systems, the plant lives in symbiosis with the old species which forms around the bases of stems. Huh. So, let's see. So, the rising weed is this actual part of the plant, yet the base down here, I'm guessing, is different or separate from it. That's interesting. And here, those white dots there on the vine nettle are seeds. That's pretty cool. Alright. I am going to consume more living entities to further sustain my impressive bulk. Ah, yes. Totally. Absolutely impressive. No one can say anything because I'm alone on this planet. Let's see. We need some salt as well. What was that in there? Oh. Man, I love having the sea glide now. It's awesome. Gonna grab some salt here. Hash quartz. Need a little bit more salt.
30 seconds.
Yes, I'll do that when I get my salt. And then we'll grab a bladderfish. Well, I'll just grab more salt, I guess, and make another thing of bleach. But this time we'll go on top of the life pod. Hey, if I remember correctly, you can also scan those birds. It's just really hard. That's the cured peeper. Preserved in salt, healthy, nutritious meal, dehydrating but keeps well. Cured boomerang, tough but flavorsome, dehydrating but keeps well.
Seek fluid intake.
Yes, I'm about to do that.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Yay! Then we'll probably hop off here, because it's been almost 2 hours, but first...
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They didn't warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by the Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull.
Oh, wonderful.
Come get us already.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Grim-looking snake thing applies to the description of many of the creatures on this. Also, wait. Did they finally add the ability to pin stuff in this game? Oh my god, they did. That's amazing. You used to not be able to do that. Yeah. Well then, we're going to leave it here for today. Thank you everyone who dropped by to even so much as listen. Not sure when I'll do another stream like this for Subnautica, but hopefully soon. Because I do like playing this game, and I do like reading about the different creatures. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, and the stream, because we have just hit the hour and 50-minute mark. But yeah, I will see you all next time. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night. Drink water, stay hydrated. And don't forget, you are loved. And everything will get better if you're, doubtful of that. Aside from that, hope everyone's having a wonderful day or night. And I will see you all later. Goodbye.